Hey everybody, today I'm super pumped. Behind me is a Sparton Spectrum radio from 1937. It's a tube radio that's been completely modernized. I've made it Bluetooth. I can actually play songs on this radio from my smartphone. Sparton started in 1900 and it has an absolutely fascinating history. I'm sure a lot of you are asking, were radios even around in 1900? No, they weren't. Sparton actually produced steel implements for agricultural instruments. That's what they did. During the early part of the century, something hit Michigan. It was the automobile revolution, and Sparton was going to be part of it. They started stamping hubcaps. They started producing brake drums, and later on they even started making radiators. Then in 1911, lightning struck again. They were the first company to produce the electric car horn. So they were already making noise before they even created a radio. They became well versed in electrical. When 1925 rolled around, Sparton added radios to their lines of things that they would manufacture. Then in 1937, this baby was born, the Sparton Spectrum. So when I found out that one of these was available online, I jumped at the chance to get it. This thing was in pretty rough shape when I got it. The radio cloth was torn. It wasn't lighting up anymore. The radio didn't work at all. It had dents and dings, so I had to replace all that stuff. And because it was so far gone, I thought, you know what? Let's make it Bluetooth. Let's update it. Let's make it modern, but make it cool. And here's what I did. So the dial initially, it didn't light up anymore. So I put LED lighting behind it so I can actually adjust the levels of lighting that are on it. I can make it really bright. I can make it really dim. It's actually a pretty nice setup, and I'll show you that here later. So I wanted to make it Bluetooth. And since it no longer has a radio, the internals don't work anymore. These knobs are just for show. They actually don't work. In order to operate the radio, I created a fake faceplate right here. You take this faceplate off, and then it's actually a CD player and a Bluetooth car radio that's behind it. So on the back side of this faceplate, I actually used cabinet catches, and then the two rollers right there that allow it to just snap on easily. Just down here, the face of the radio, it used to have some really worn out, raggedy radio cloth. There's no way I could have reused that. So they actually make it online where you could reorder new ones. So that's what I did. This right here is actually a custom job by me because this was no longer on the radio. It had been chipped off. And so I just decided to do a pine tree because I really love pine trees and the way they look. So I cut that out on a scroll saw. When I originally got this, I had to strip it down and it was a total nightmare. All the sanding and all the scraping, but it was well worth it for the finished product. With this shelf right here, I had to customize it. I made it drop down. That way I could fit that secret slot for the radio. Because if it was any higher, it would actually start to go into where the faceplate is at. Then I have the old faceplate that I actually had to remanufacture so that I could put LED lighting in it. It's actually customized too to where I can control the LED lighting, how bright it is or how dim it is. Take a look. A lot of you are probably asking, well, how does he power the radio? It runs off of AC power. Well, I have an AC to DC converter here, so then that takes care of it. Thank you so much, guys, for taking the time. I really appreciate it. Please hit the like button and subscribe. If you've got any ideas for me to do in the future or something you want to see, please put it in the comment section down below. Thanks a lot, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.